Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial today. In today's video, we're going to learn how to make this bubu dress that has a unique detail in front and also a snatched waist. So if that is what you want to learn how to make for yourself, then keep watching this video till the very end as I give detailed explanations on how to go about this very particular design. Let's head straight to it. So I'm going to be ruling a straight line across my fabric like so, all the way to that end. And this straight line is going to serve as a guideline, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is on that straight line, I'm going to be imputing half of my shoulder measurement. And after that, I'll be imputing my neckline. So from there, I'm going to be marking my shoulder slope, which is 1.5 inches. Now, mind you, I folded this fabric into two. Okay, you can see that the fabric has been folded into two. So the next thing I'm going to do is to connect that 2.5 inches to the 1.5 inches shoulder slope. Then from there, I'll go ahead to impute the measurement for my armhole. And then from there, I'm going to be marking my chest line like so. So I'm going to be connecting these 2 points together now. And then I'm going to measure from this point to this point. Whatever it gives me, I'll take the same measurement all the way across like so. So I can get a perfect a perfect straight line for my chest line. This is basically the way I draft my basic bodice. A lot of you have been asking for a basic bodice tutorial, but this is just for a bubu. Though it varies depending on, or does it vary? This is just typically basic bodice tutorial, though this is that less without that. Now from the midpoint of my shoulder slope like so, I'm going to be taking my measurements down from shoulder to bust point. I have 10 inches from shoulder to waist, from shoulder to hip, from shoulder to knee, to your knee, or above your knee, please. The slit should start above your knee, some inches above your knee, then from shoulder to your full length or your hem, wherever you want your bubu dress to stop. So having done that now, the next thing we're going to do is to impute the horizontal measurement. So I'm going to be marking in for my bust point. At this point, you can decide to increase your measurement or leave it just the way it is. For mine, I did not increase my measurement. I left it the way it is. So you can decide to increase your measurement or leave it the way it is. So I'm just imputing my actual measurement without that inclusive. So this is kind of a dartless bodice without that inclusive. I'm just imputing my actual measurement without the dart. Now when you get to the knee, because it is kind of pencil from the knee to the hem, you want to subtract 1 inch, maximum 1.5 inches from your knee all the way down to the hem, or above your knee, sorry, where the slit is going to start, above your knee. You want to subtract 1.5 inches from your hip or 1 inch from your hip, maximum 1.5 inches from that point where your slit is going to start all the way to the hem. So I'm going to have to do that, and I'm using my long ruler to join all the points together like so. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Click the bell notification icon so you'll be the very first person to know, and YouTube will get you notified whenever I post lovely tutorials like this. Do well to give this video a thumbs up and also share it to other sewing platforms where it will be needed so others can benefit from it. Thank you. So I'm going ahead now to join all the points together with my ruler. And that is what it looks like. I don't know if the chalk I marked is faint, but if you look closely, you're going to see it well. So at this point, this is what we are having. Now the next thing I'm going to do is from this point, I want to mark the length of my sleeve. I want mine on my elbow, so I marked 14 inches. Okay. And with my ruler, I'm going to join from this point to that 14 inches point. Can you see that? So this is what you should be having at this point. Now, for that place, my elbow, my round sleeve for my elbow is 10 inches. So we do not want a fitted sleeve. We don't want the sleeve to be very tight at the elbow. So I added 3 inches, making it 13 inches. Now I'm going to be marking half of that 13 inches, which is 6.5 inches, like so. I'm going to be marking it here. Now I'm going to be joining these points together like so. And then of course, the next thing we are going to do is join this point to that very point where the slit is going to start, some inches above the knee. Now, there was something I didn't do initially. Remember, we're having a slit in the front. So I had to remove 1.5 inches from the center front before I started drafting. So just make sure you do that, please. Remove the 1.5 inches from the center front before you start drafting or before you start imputing those shoulder, neckline, whatever. As you can see, my measurement has extended 1 inch more than what it used to be. Please, I just hope you understand. Hope you get right. For the sake of that slit in front, so we have a neat finish for the sake of the slit in the front. So I'm going to have to join this like so, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm cutting it out. So I'm going ahead now to impute the depth of my neckline. I'm using 3 inches. I'm going to be connecting it from the shoulder to that 3 inches point all the way to the extension or the slit. That slit stuff is just like a zipper allowance, okay? Something you want to do when you want to have a zipper allowance, something of sort. So please do it first before you start taking those measurements, please. I actually forgot. It was when I remembered I had to start doing it again. So now I've cut. For the yellow and the black part of it, you're going to be drafting a basic bodice that is 3 inches smaller than you. Let's say your bust divided by 4 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. That is what you're going to use as the bust measurement for these bodies. All right, so you're going to cut away that part. Now you're left with this and this. Okay, I'm going to be transferring this to my fabric. The upper one is for the black. I'm going to be transferring it to my black fabric. So like so, I'll go ahead now and cut it out. Make sure you cut out your notches for the center front. And this is what it looks like. So for the next one or the yellow one, we're going to be also cutting it out on the fabric. Now, I want to make something clear for this particular unique design. The idea is to get that hourglass shape in front. Mine does not really give that detailed hourglass shape in front. So as you're drafting this pattern, see to it that you snatch the waist well so the hip comes out. All right, so you have that perfect hourglass shape sitting in front of your bubu dress. That is just the idea and the concept behind it. I figured it out when I was already done sewing. And it would be nice that you kind of use a lining, a very soft lining, or whatever way you're going to turn this, so you don't ruin that shape. Just turn it like that. I also felt I turned mine the wrong way. So it would be nice you line it and turn it out neatly, so it can still maintain that hourglass shape that you've given to it. Whichever way you're going to turn it, so it can maintain that nice hourglass shape. That will also be nice because that's just the uniqueness of this dress. Is going to make it come out beautiful and nice. So when you place it, this is what you're going to be having. And then I'll go ahead to get my fringe. I'm going to be placing my fringe on top of it, both the black and also the yellow one. Now I'm gonna head to sew this up. As you can see, I also sewed my bubu, the center front. I also went ahead to sew up the center front of my bubu together, right? This is what the back looks like. So now for that snatched waist, this is what we are going to do on your waistline, on your actual waistline measurement. So I'm going to be taking my waistline measurement now. From my center front to my waist is 7 inches on one side. Okay, I went ahead and marked it. On the other side also, center front to my waist is also 7 inches. So I'm going ahead to mark it right now. If you want to snatch your waist, you can use, let's say mine, as my measurement is 7 inches, you can use 6.5 or 6 inches. So if yours is 10, you can reduce it to 9 or 9.5, okay? So you're going to be attaching this like so here. You're going to be attaching this like so here. And also the other one like so, like this, okay? You're going to be sewing this down. So now heading over to the back, I folded this fabric into two for my back. Just same procedure for the front. I'm going to rolling the line all the way across that point. Then I'll go ahead and impute my shoulder measurement. Of course, the length of my neckline, and then my shoulder slope for the back, which is 1 inch. My armhole length. I'll connect this point to the shoulder slope, and then I'll go ahead to impute my chest line. On this point, I'm marking my chest line measurement like so. Go ahead and connect it together now. And I want to get the midpoint of my shoulder slope to take my vertical measurement. Is it horizontal? Vertical, Abby? Just same procedure for the front, all right? Same procedure for the front. I actually love to draft back and front together because my measurement for the front is different from my measurement for the back. So that is why I am drafting them differently. I know some persons will just take the front, place it here and cut it out, but I don't do that. My measurement for the front is actually different from that of the back. So I do them separately. I'm going to have to impute all the measurements up until the hem. Remember, when you get to the part where you want to start having your pencil effects from, you subtract 1 inch or 1.5 inches from your hip measurement. Now also I'm going to be connecting to the length of my sleeve. And also marking 6.5 inches for my sleeve width. And I'll go ahead and connect from that 6.5 inches to the point where the pencil effect is going to start. So at this point, I'm marking the depth of my back neckline, which is obviously 1/2 inch. I'll connect it to the neck points at the shoulder like so. Then we'll go ahead and start cutting it out. So the next thing we are going to do is to take the back, which we've already cut out. We're done cutting the back. Place it onto the front. Make sure your right side is facing the right side. Right side of the front is facing right side of the back. And now you're going to join together, starting from the shoulder point like so, all the way to the sleeve. Down, you're going to sew. Then for this point, you're going to be starting from this point. Please do not cover your sleeve area. You're going to be sewing all the way to the side. And at the end, this is what we have. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.